Hi, welcome. Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time, welcome to my channel. Feel free to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with my wanderings in Brisbane coast inland regions of Queensland. Here we are at the Mt Gravatt Cemetery. We're going to go for a bit of a wander. Right. So the chair I was sitting on was in memory of Liam Flood. It is a bit of a hill climb coming up here. There is a seat there when you get up the top here. There's some fresh graves in here, as you can see. This is one of the oldish cemeteries. So here we are at the Mt Gravatt Cemetery. The hours are from 6 to 6. This is the map. And we do have some funerals today here as well. So you got a couple of fresh graves there. Oh, they extend out here too. So you'd have to be careful where you step around here. And down there is where you come up. Today is the 18th of February, 2025. It's a Mt Gravatt Cemetery and crematorium here, which is, I think, just over there. It's situated 13.4 k's from Brisbane City in a southeasterly direction. The address is 620 Mains Road, Nathan. So this is a pretty big cemetery. So I won't be going around to all of the graves, but I will do majority of them as I watch out for cars. It is fairly busy here. So the story begins in Ireland. The son of Peter and Bridget Tooley. Peter had served as an officer in the British Army in North America. After he retired in 1832, he brought his family to New Norfolk, Tasmania, near the penal colony of Hobart. So this starts with Peter Tooley as in the tourist forest. 4 years later, Peter went to New Zealand in search of work as a cooper, the one who makes barrels. Young Master James had 3 siblings, and his mother stayed behind in November 1837 when his family moved to Sydney. Peter continued to support his family until his accidental drowning in the river in the Bay of Islands in New Zealand. In 1849, James got a fever, leaving for the goldfields in California, but not digging for gold, but as a blacksmith. Returning home to Australia with his fortune in 1853, where he settled in Brisbane. So, come over here. I will continue the story in a little while. We'll have a look at these. The story is how the cemetery began, and it began with James Turley. Right, so this is the 4G section, which is, oops, James, when he got back here, he ended up marrying a lady named Anne Dougaley. Uh, he then bought a house and married his sweetheart. He then opened up a blacksmith store in Kangaroo Point and started getting land auctions, keeping in mind that this was shortly after the Greater Brisbane burning, so there was a lot to be had, and he quickly built up quite a portfolio on properties: South Brisbane, Kangaroo Point, Holland Park. He bought stuff from Greenslopes, Tarragindi, Nathan, and the current Griffith Uni site. He then built a large home off Logan Road. He named it Mt Gravatt after his birthplace in Ireland. Now also there was a track to Toohey Mountain, but it's better known as Toohey's Road. He leased it out and freehold land under the then Settled Lands Act in what is now the Toohey's Forest Park. Mt Gravatt Cemetery, Queen Elizabeth Sports Centre, and the Athletes Centre in Griffith Uni, and ultimately held possession of Toohey's Forest. Here we have a bit more here. These are all relatively new graves. We do have the 4A section is Russian Orthodox, starting from 1920. So they start from 1920 onwards from this section, the 4A. We also have, I think this might be the Jewish one, maybe, the Holocaust victims. I would say at a guess. Oh, this is Christian of Russia and other nations. Okay. So this isn't the Holocaust one. still looks alright. As I'm not religious, so I can't understand why you've got sections here that are Russian Orthodox or Christian or any of that. I don't understand that. Why can't we all just be placed in the one? Why does it have to be segregated? But as all towers, this one ends in the passing of James Tooley. In November 22nd, 1883, he was originally buried in Dutton Park Cemetery. But after his wife Anne died on December 26, 1901, the family established a private cemetery on Rocky Ridge of their Mount Galloway property in Mt Gravatt district. James's remains were moved from Dutton Park and laid to rest next to his wife, which is nice. I'm glad they got back together again. His will protected land, compromising with a tourist forest area from being sold off after his death or within his children's and wife's lifetime. But as always, surprise, surprise, the religion sticks its nose in because they were Irish Catholics. They began targets of discrimination. The properties of Toohey were eventually subdivided or sold by the remaining family members or sold back to the Crown as a substantial loss to the family. So all this was originally their property, which is a shame. It would have looked good in its heyday. Okay, in 1913, the lot 392 of the grazing land owned by the Toohey family, local pioneers of the day, were resumed by the Queensland government for a non-payment of back taxes. The entire 262 hectares of land were declared as a cemetery reserve, finally opening in 1918 with a monumental she wasn't happy. Oh well. A monumental petition of 3A. So when we get up to 3A, section 3A, which is probably over that way maybe. This was the first section opened for the general cemetery. So that'll be the oldest section, or the oldest section of here. You can see the Jewish section there with all the, well, there's a lot up there. There's even more over there. So this is the Jewish section. Okay, the crematorium opened up in 1999 and sits amongst nearly 80 hectares of natural bushland alongside the Toohey State Forest. For those who don't know, each grave can accommodate up to 3 tenants, and ashes may be added to the plots. Did you know that the Brisbane City Council assumed control of all public cemeteries in 1930, including Mt Gravatt? Let me know down below if you knew that, or if that's surprising or not really. Or did you expect the council just to take control? The council announced in 1985 that a new separate section for the Chinese community would be established for the Chinese burial. Okay, we've got some more here. These are relatively new ones. Okay, now we start getting into, yeah, okay. So this is 3A section here. I think that was, I'm just going through my notes to make sure. I think this is a section where James Toohey is buried. Yeah. So somewhere around here is James Toohey and his wife. And I would say the guess his children would be in there as well. It doesn't really say much about his children, but I know he had like about 5 or 6 children in the end, I think. Or could be some of his grandchildren too. I'm seeing old graves here as well, but I'm really not sure whether they're in here or not. I'm thinking maybe one of those old ones at the back there might be. Okay. There are also 3 Anzac Cemetery sections planned for the post-war lawn cemetery style. The first section was blessed and opened on the 19th of June 1962. In 1972, the second section was opened, reflecting the changing styles of burials developing during the post-war era. Let's see how we go down here. Oh, we got, that's 1981. I thought that was 1894. Yeah, these aren't that old. We have a lot of politicians buried in here as well. There's another army one here. It's 1950. Yeah, 1950 there. But it says that he's buried in this section here. It's 1950 as well. Yeah, I'm not sure if he is buried in here or not, yeah. Well, this guy died in 1971, and his wife died in 1949. Wow. There is some old ones. And there's three in there. There's another army one. This is an old one. 1954 and 1905. Wow. James Toohey was a pioneer and pretty much made this. Maybe that's it there. There's like a plaque up there, so maybe that's him. Well, I gotta be careful here. Oh, I'm really hoping I didn't step it on anyone. Let's see this plaque. I come down the side here, it should be okay. I hope. Oh, I can't even see, so I'm not sure whether that is or not. I don't like being there. I feel bad stepping on any graves. And I know they're dead, and I know they don't feel anything, but it's about the respect. And I don't like other people stepping on graves because that shows that people don't have respect for the dead. So if you're out here looking at the cemetery, the graves, please don't step on their graves. If it's an accident, that's fair enough. But if you go out of your way to step on them, this is cruel. Yeah, I'm not seeing. It's another war one. He was age 27 when he died. Some of them have just been overgrown, left, forgotten. Yeah, I'm just not seeing his grave. Yeah, just a shame. It's definitely in that section. I would have thought it would have been down around there, but... And if you're hearing a lot of background noise, it's the traffic on the main road. Okay, so... This section 3A was for general burials with markers starting from 1919 right through to 1940s. Maybe there's another section. Oops, sorry, I was trying to fix up the notes there. So we've got some more here, and there's still the Jewish section, and they're like facing each other now. I'm not sure how long this video will be. It might be one, it might be two. Still don't understand why you'd have to separate people. Why not just have them all in the one thing? I'm guessing this is a baby. Close, 3 years old. Well, you got new ones mixed in with old ones too. Some of them just look like, they just dumped the bodies anywhere. Like this spot looks good. Let's put a body there, we can fit it in. There's like not much thought in it. And just to cram them in even more, they just sort of put them here. There's also, this is section 3A, so it should be in this section. It looks like maybe a baby one up there. There's underground alts as well, and above ground ones here. This must be the kids section here. I'm seeing a lot of babies, small children, graves. Yeah, this is the baby section. Got some over here. I think this is the Muslim section. This is I think this is section 2A. There's some newish ones in there as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is 2A. So this is the Muslim section containing graves from 1926 right through to the 1930s. Well, I'm seeing the above ground vaults there. Let me know, have you been here before? Will you go here now that you watched the video? Or would you come here if you were given a choice? Or if you have a chance to come here, would you? There's a bit of a dip there, so you be mindful of that. There's a fancy grave coming up. That caught my eye. Wow, loving the marble. The marble looks cool. This family was rich. Damn. Wow. This one not so much. That's wow. That is sad. There's no headstone and it's a box, essentially. There's another baby one there. Now, that one's got its own little garden as well next to it. What looks like a palm tree, but a weird palm tree. This is a pretty big cemetery. It